when I met you to like living together now,
Yeah.
like before we would eat anything, we did not care. Sugar was not even like something we considered.
Oh, I would eat like a pig, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. Like,
Well, I wouldn't like think about it before I eat something. If it looks good, I'll eat it.
yeah, if it looks good, I'll eat it. It's like, you know, you have something savory for dinner, and then it's like a sweet treat, you know, little salt and straw, little bingsu. Sugar is the one thing we look at now. Yeah.
Only sugar, but that's not even that bad. It's just sugar.
Well, for me, it makes me break out, so I try my best to avoid sugar because I don't want that
Yeah.
for myself.
I still eat a lot of fucking bodak noodles too, so I mean that stuff's probably really bad for you.
I heard like ramen, like
I think
Nissan ramen,
Nissan?
the brand,
I don't know.
Nisu,
No, I don't know.
Nissan,
I don't know. Do you guys know?
the cup noodle.
Oh, is that like an American thing?
I think it's Japanese, like the one that comes in the cup,
Yeah, like all of them comes in a cup.
the white cup.
Whatever. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I probably don't know what it is. But bodak noodles are probably really bad for you because it's just like the super spicy one and they have like a thick sauce packet. And every time I eat it, I feel like I've had like 3 McDonald's meals. You know that feeling you feel in your stomach after you eat like fast food and you're kind of like shitty? That's how I feel with bodak noodles. That's when I know it's bad for you.
Well, I guess
But it's fucking good.
we're never gonna get sponsored by Bulldog noodles.
No,
anymore.
sponsor, but I'll eat. Like, I'll do a whole mukbang.
I remember I bought like the red one day.
That was like a tomato flavor. I thought it would be like less spicy.
It was really spicy.
It was spicy for me too.
Like-
When you brought bodak, I was like, there's no fucking way you would even handle that.
It said like mild spice or something, and I'm like a baby like when it comes to spice, right? So historically, when I order mild means no spice.
No, literally.
So when that said mild, I'm thinking if it has like a little kick, that's fine, maybe like a little, but it probably has nothing. And
They
it's
gave you
tomato.
like Korean
They
stuff.
gave me. It basically felt like the black noodles. Like I was dying.
The black noodles I can't handle. Bodak noodles, the black one, they have 2 times spicy. I think that would like actually kill me.
Like, you know, like the mukbangers that will eat like a whole like gallon of that,
Yeah.
and the black one in one sitting.
Bro, I think they're gonna dye their organs.
Oh
like
my
that.
god.
It's like eating like, yeah, I don't know.
I'm glad I'm not their doctor doing their colonoscopy.
You see the TikTok trend that was like something like, I keep doing this thing and then when I get older, I'm gonna like drop dead because of something.
Oh yeah.
And it's bodak noodles. Not for, I don't want that to be like cause of death, really. So like suck.
For me, it might be like all the cereal I ate in my 20s now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 56.
I fucking love cereal now. Like, it's so good.
I'm so glad I got you on that.
I never cared about eating cereal but when I was younger, I would eat them when I was a kid. And then I basically stopped eating it all throughout adolescence to teenage to adulthood. Like, I've never touched it again. And then I recently got back into it because we made Rice Krispies. It was so fucking good. I'm still on that like sweet roll. Like every day I'm like itching for something sweet just because I've had that like a lot of sweet that week and I just cannot like stop thinking about sweets. I had Haagen-Dazs ice cream last night. It was so fucking good.
I feel like it really opened the doors for you.
It really did. I was so tempted to go get like another box of like family size cereal last night just so I can make Rice Krispies again. No like self-control. So
Well, I have to make a supermarket run today, so if you want to join me, hint hint.
maybe. I don't know. You're such a fucking bad influence.
It was so funny because you made like a good amount, right?
I
You
mean,
used,
like an
the-
amount for a family.
You used a whole box, right, of cereal?
Yeah.
I made the chocolate one, the chocolate Cocoa Pebbles with the strawberries. I had one square of it, like this big, half of her size. And I didn't even finish.
Thank you.
Welcome. I threw mine out. I couldn't finish it. It was too sweet. I had a bite of it and I was like, do you want it? I bit the first square and I chewed it and I, processed it. Maybe I'm crazy, but I felt the sugar rush up into my
I
face.
think that's just your paranoia. Because I had the same feeling when I thought eating like spicy food was making me break out. When you eat spicy food, your face gets a little heated, right? I would think that's like the pimples.
I felt like little bugs
But
inside my
obviously
face.
it's like not. It's just your brain being like stupid.
I really felt the sugar like just creeping up to me, and I said, "This is enough. We're throwing this out." No.
I love sugar.
No. Give me a good like sour candy.
No candy's ever sour enough for me.
Have you had toxic waste?
No, that sounds gross.
No, it's not that gross. I'll get you on it. I'll bring some, and then we can do a live podcast reaction.
Skittles not doing it for me. Fucking Warhead's not doing it for me. What else is sour that they claim? Because it's not really sour.
Sour Patch Kids,
That's like, man, to me, that's just like gummies.
Lemon Heads. Do you know what those are?
I think it's like the one in the yellow packet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are not spicy or sour enough for me.
Have you had sour punch?
Probably, yeah. I don't know.
It's kind of like Airheads. I really miss the OG green Skittles because the new sours.
Literally is in the fridge.
No, I know. I saw.
You can have it because I don't want it.
But it's not the OG. Fun fact, malic acid comes from apples. That's what makes things really sour for sour candy.
Apples? You know, there's potassium in bananas.
That's kind of their thing.
I know. I'm just like, when I talk, I just want to, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's our ODHD, ADHD.
I love that TikTok trend where it was like, this person showing a picture of their mom and dad when they were in their 20s, and it's like, oh, like they just had their first baby, they've had the house and a car. Well, I'm 25 and I'm like,
is my star sign compatible with blah blah blah?
no, literally, oh my fucking god. I used to do that so like seriously in middle school.
Huh?
Do you do that?
Not that. I'd be the "Are you gay?" quizzes on like on like BuzzFeed.
So you're gay according to the quizzes?
I mean,
But the quiz, did they say you were gay?
yeah. Or if
What's your
if it would
reaction?
say I'm not, I would just find another one. That
Okay.
would
So you're just looking for confirmation. that you're
basically.
gay.
I'm like that doesn't feel right.
Honestly, you're so right, because I would do that with like my little crushes in middle school, and if the website said we're not compatible with the star signs, I'd be like, you're fucking whack, next next website. And then when it says we're compatible, I would be like, holy shit, we're compatible. Could you see that shit? And I would screenshot it and I would look at it before I go to bed. I'm like, we're so
Or are you crazy like me? And did you go on like the internet, and did you like look up like the love calculator?
I did it like maybe like once or twice, but I don't think I've had like any crush that I would really remember from middle school. But I remember people having crushes on me, and I would like start being more curious about them because they like me. Do you have that?
Well, no one came out and said that they liked me.
Or
So.
isn't it obvious in middle school when like, you know, their friend group is like bullying you a little bit, or they're like trying to get your attention in class and like yell your name, or like do little like pranks on you and like fucking like stick something in your hair, and then you know that's when they like you because they're trying to like get attention.
I looked like a turtle in middle school, so no one was pining for me.
I had no sense of style. I was skinny. Oh my god, I was so skinny. People think I was like anorexic, I think. But I wasn't. I eat a lot.
In middle school, I was not fat, but I had like a bit of a belly because that's when I was eating fast food, sugar, soda with meal. Soda with every meal?
Oh, maybe not.
Maybe not.
That's crazy.
Like I bought the 40-piece nuggets with 2 fries last night.
Damn. After dinner?
No, we went straight for dessert.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, in middle school, no one was like, I like you, I love you.
For me, there was.
Not even high school that I'm aware of. If there was someone I went to high school with and they thought that you like me, say it in the comments.
Words.
Words.
Fun. I could tell you were like not knowing what the fuck you were going to say. You're like, you were pausing. So what was the thing you wanted to say again?
If someone liked me in high school, please come out and say it in the comments. Submit your resumes.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you also remember like going online as a middle schooler?
Oh no, we're gonna go there. The thing is, like, I am so excited to talk about this, but I know nobody gives a fuck because nobody actually knows what that game is. But do you know Club Penguin?
You're telling me no one knows
No,
what
no,
Club
no,
Penguin is?
no. Let me finish. It was basically like Club Penguin, but like Chinese version.
Oh.
And it was so fucking cool. Like, it was so much better than Club Penguin.
What was it called?
Albie Island. Yeah.
That was your jam?
That was it, yeah.
Wow. I was a Webkins kid.
A what is that?
A Webkins? Oh, it's so cool. Okay, it's basically like a little plush animal, right? And then it comes with like a little code. And you go on the Webkins website and then you put in the code. And now that little stuffed animal, like if it's a polar bear, now you have like a little virtual pet.
Is it like Nintendo dogs where you take care of it?
No, it's not like Nintendo Dogs. Nintendogs. Legal name. You could take it online to the Webkins site and you can play games, dress it up, make your little room.
Too. You know what Tamagotchis are? There's a way where you're able to put like a serial number or something onto the website, and then it logs your pet from your Tamagotchi onto your computer, and then you can take it around and play games.
It's kind of like the Pokewalker. Same thing, but with like a little Pokemon.
I think we both just have like similar games with like different names.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Were you one of the like those girls that would play like the princess games online, like the dress up stuff?
No, I've never played that. I don't know what that is.
I can kind of get a feel that wasn't you.
Really?
That's too girly.
I mean, I was extremely girly when I was like up to like kindergarten, I'd say.
That's not a long time. That's like 5 years.
Whatever. But like the first 5 years of my life, I was so girly. I would wear head to toe pink. And I was like, I'd play Barbies and I'd play with anything girly. Bracelets, nail polish, earrings, whatever the fuck. Friendship bracelets. Oh my God.
Well,
yeah.
you had friends.
Anything sparkly I'd love.
Wow.
And then I got over that.
My mom would dress me up until like 5th grade.
Did she care about how you dress? Did she have fun with it?
I wouldn't say she had fun. She was just dressing me for function. If it was cold, gloves, what do you call this?
That's
Sleeve?
such a
scarf?
mom thing to be like dressed for the cold,
Yeah.
you know? She's like,
She's insane.
don't forget your jacket every single time you leave the house.
Oh, she would never say that because she would zip me up in like my sweater and then my jacket and then my hat and then my 2 scarves.
That's so cute.
And then gloves and then like boots.
You're like
I'm tiny. I was like 1st grade. I'd come into school looking like.
But you did live in New York though, so that's freaking cool.
But my school was a block down, just crossing the street. She dressed me to basically climb the Everest.
My mom would do the same, except that Hong Kong wasn't anything nearly as cold as New York. She'd still zip me the fuck up, still be like, scarf, and I'm like,
Yeah.
scarf in this weather is insane, but okay.
In middle school, when I started to walk myself to school, I'd leave basically like that, same thing. But
Take it off when you
yeah, as soon as I got off, I was like,
I would be so embarrassed with the way like I have to put on this many jackets and windbreakers
Yeah.
and shit. All the girls just have like one sweater that's like a little oversized and it's kind of cool, right? Like I wanted to do that so badly, but I just look like a snowman. So like as soon as I leave the house, I would zip it all away and like put it in my bag and I would stuff it in there, pretend like I have no jacket, and I walk in like I'm normal.
I used to do that, but with my glasses. When I first had to start wearing glasses in like primary school, my mom would drop me off at school and I'd be like, all right, bye mom, right? I'd wear my glasses. Once I got inside the building, I would take them off.
You don't like your glasses?
I didn't like them.
But you can't see them.
I didn't like them. Yeah, I couldn't see. I was just struggling.
How blind were you?
Pretty blind.
Jeez.
I'm still pretty blind. Apparently, one of my teachers had told my mom, your son, I don't think he can really see because he's always like this. And my mom's like, what? He has glasses. What do you mean? And the teacher's like, he does? Well, then he's not coming to school with that.
Did your mom get mad?
Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Not only did I have to wear the glasses, but she got me like the little like string around that you put on it, like an old lady.
Oh no.
And I would have to like
Those are
wear
really
it.
embarrassing.
It's no wonder I had no crushes in primary and school and stuff, right?
You were such a turtle.
I was such a turtle. And then the bowl haircut, like nothing was helping. The odds were against me.
I don't understand when parents don't understand the concept of having to like be cool in school. They just don't get it. If I was a parent, I would have awareness to know that I need to make sure my kid is cool. So they feel cool. So
Yeah.
they can take over the world. Because when you don't feel cool when you're in middle school and high school, it's rough. It's so rough because you think everyone like is gonna pick on you. You know?
The first day of middle school in the cafeteria, I was scared. Everyone was so loud and curse words were being just thrown freely. And I was like,
You ever imagine if you were homeschooled how different you would become?
I'd rather not think about that.
No, me too. But I'm also a little curious.
If I was homeschooled, and this is no shade to people that were homeschooled, it would really bring out the worst qualities in me.
I think I won't fucking speak if I was homeschooled. Yeah, I would spend like a long hours in my room playing with my toys. And I would be okay if you're like an entire day just playing with toys on my own.
I have such an active imagination.
Literally, like my head is like full of like imagination and I'm just like having so much fun. You know when you read I haven't read in so long, but you know when you read a book and you feel like you're in a different world? That's how I felt like.
You can picture it too, and you control it. You control the story.
For sure. Like all I need is like 2 little Barbies and like a fucking coloring book. I'm set. And like I remember school was just stressful because I have to like interact with people and I really just want to parallel play with people.
I was just gonna say that.
You know? Why do we have to fucking talk to each other? I don't know you. Just play with your own toys over there. You know? If I feel like you're interesting enough, we'll like bond over something. But like it's just it feels very forced in school, you know?
Did you have like friends in like primary school?
So many friends in primary school. I think it was kind of transitioning to high school is when I stopped having a lot of friends, but middle school and like primary school, I'd have like 2 groups of friends and we would go to the playground and play like skipping rope. 2 people would be holding like one person here holding the skipping rope. And there'd be like 10 to 20 people in the middle trying to hop into the skipping rope. And it's like really fun.
Wait, that's so coordinated. I love like the games we would play.
Did you play like tag?
I love tag.
Oh my God, it was intense.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna ask you this. Tag or freeze tag, which is better?
What's the difference? I don't know. Like you just say freeze and I don't know.
Kinda, so tag,
Remind me.
it's like hot tag, you're it, and now you chase everyone else, and it's just like you're passing on the cheese touch, right?
Yeah.
With freeze tag, I think I like it because it's more skillful. Freeze tag, yeah, if you're the one that's the tagger and I like tag you, you can't move. You're frozen.
Oh, yeah.
And then
I played
I win by freezing everyone. And the fun part is like if I'm running from the tagger and I see that you're frozen, if I touch you, you become untagged. And you're back in the game.
I'm sure I've had a variation of that. I just don't remember exactly how it went down. But I remember I was so fucking bad at any of the tags and like the chasing around each other games. I would always lose. I've never been the one to win. And I remember like one day I got really fed up of like always losing, like consistently every game after every game. And I'd go into the bathroom, I cried. I was like, oh my God, I can't. Like, I am so fed up. And I was like actually angry. Like, when would it be my day? Like, please. And then I'd come out, I'd just wipe my tears and pretend everything's fine. And then I'd like be like, game on, bitch. Like, I will fucking win this time. Like, watch me. And then I didn't win.
Oh.
When did you have your most friends in life?
High school.
Interesting. I had the least friends in high school.
Oh.
Don't owe me. Like, I was fine before that and I was fine after. And in college, I had so many friends too. But high school, no. High school was struggle.
I know.
What was struggle for you?
In high school?
No, what was struggle for you? Like middle school, primary school?
Middle school.
Oh, okay.
Because I was trying to survive.
Oh, damn.
Like people were jumping other people. People were, if you know what teabagging
I guess you're
is.
not like an active kid, I guess.
What do you mean?
Like
I'm not an active.
You don't go crazy jumping around. You just like, I guess you're still. You're more like sit down and I don't know. What do you do?
You're still?
Yeah.
Like I just don't move?
Yeah, probably. That's how I picture you.
Like a rock? Like
you know
like
how in
Nalu?
middle school people would like run around like Pharaoh.
I would run around.
Why are you offended?
Because you're making me sound like I just like sat in the dark
That's
corner,
what you make
like
yourself sound like.
like eating ketchup packets or something.
Honestly, you would do that.
I would not do that.
You'd have like dirty like ketchup hands and
No.
nobody wants to touch you.
No. Okay.
And
listen.
then like if somebody accidentally touch you, they're like, oh fuck, I have the ketchup disease or something.
No. Listen. In primary school, I was just like you. I was playing.
And he's blind.
No, in primary school, I was just like you. I was playing jump rope with the girlies. I was playing tag.
But you were blind. I'm just kidding. I was saying, what do you play? Do you play jump rope?
We would play jump
Do you
rope.
play hula hoops?
Hula hoops. We would play like this game with like the jump rope too, where it's like you.
Oh yeah,
the
I know
floor.
exactly
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you're talking about. You go like this and you jump over the rope.
They had like the one you could put on your foot and play with yourself. But if you had like the jump rope, you can just do that, and then like kids would just like just jump around.
Why is that giving like cats? I feel like they love that shit.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. You know that like Squid Game? I was like, no, 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 no. The person turns around. You have to freeze.
Oh.
What's that game called?
Words are fun. Red light, green light.
Yeah, we used to play that a lot.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, that's a good one too.
I love that game. I was really good at that one. I have this crazy story that
Go for it.
I just remind me all this was. I'm trying to sound like less psycho, but maybe it's not that psycho because anything goes in middle school, right? There was this English class and I would be sitting by the window and there would be like ants by the window and I would like use my little eraser container and I would pick up these ants and I put them in the container and then I would put them in my desk. And like it was one of those desks where it was like a singular desk and then when you look inside there's like a little place where you could put textbooks and shit. And I would put all these like ants in my drawer to keep them as pets. And I would feed them like water from my water bottle and then I would feed them like eraser dust as food. And I would trap them in these like plastic little containers. And then I'd just be fidgeting down there because I'm just like feeding them like eraser dust or like playing with like fucking ants. And I did that for like a whole year. I wasn't crazy because this other girl also did it with me. And we would both collect ants. And it would be like the most fucking fun thing ever because as soon as recess comes, we're like, oh my God, now we can the ants can have our full focus and we could like play with them.
You know, I can't even judge you for that because I love ants. I love them. I love ants.
Right?
They're so cool.
Cute, but I keep killing them on accident.
Oh no.
So rest in peace, guys.
No.
But like, no, that gets worse. After the ant situation, I got sick of it because they all start dying. So I started doing this thing where I would take an eraser and I would like erase the dust. So the eraser dust comes out, but I would collect those. I would collect eraser dust and I would put them in like my pencil case or whatever container I can find. I was so obsessed with this that during recess, I would just like literally go find a spot on the playground, just sit there on the floor and like take an eraser, go like, "Grrr," and then take all the eraser dust and just like collect them.
Like for fun?
A lot of girls would do that, and we would all do that, and then we would kind of all be collecting eraser dust. And I guess the more eraser dust you have, the more impressive it is. It's not really like it's not really competitive, but it was just more like a satisfying type of shit. I don't fucking know.
Whoever can grind their eraser the most is like the popular girl.
Let's all do it collectively, but also let's see who can do the most. But it's not like if you get the most eraser dust, like you're the most praised. It's just a fun game that we play.
Mass psychosis.
It felt like a fever dream because I was like, the fuck was that? That was like 2 years of my life. Every single day I was like, eraser dust. I was on it. I was really on it. But anyway.
And you had friends in middle school?
Oh, they all love doing that shit.
Oh, yeah, the other eraser girls, of course.
Oh, yeah, they were all normal. In my brain, we were all so normal. They were the same girls that did the skipping ropes. Yeah, and then we evolved to eraser dust.
I wouldn't say evolved.
We downgraded to eraser dust. And there was another thing, I don't know if you guys know, and I don't actually know the name of this, but you know those little plastic little balls that like they're like this small, like
Wait.
a booger, and then you put it in water and it grows.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I don't know if there's a name to that, but
like
that
the
was
hydro
a phase.
something.
That was a phase.
That was a phase 2. Yeah.
Every girl would like bring a water bottle to school and carry them everywhere and have their little, I'm just gonna call them jelly babies because that's what they called them back then.
Orbeez.
Orbeez. Yeah, and we would all have our bottle of Orbeez, and like I remember we would exchange Orbeez because one of them, like let's say this girl has a purple Orbeez and nobody has ever seen a purple Orbeez. I would trade like your purple Orbeez for like 3 orange Orbeez or something, and we would do that like in school. I would take care of them like it was like a pet. I would change his water because I want fresh water for these Orbeez.
You're not insane because we had Orbeez in school too, but we were more American with it.
What does that mean?
We would shoot them at each other.
Oh, bro, what the fuck?
Like we would take a straw, we would put them in and be like,
that's kind of cool. That's what people do with boba.
yeah, like in lunch. Yeah, just Orbeez.
You wouldn't like take care of them. Like you would just play with
I wouldn't take care of them.
two girls.
They were not pets, they were ammunition. I also don't think the girls played with them. It was more like a guy thing.
Orbeez were a guy thing?
The shooting at them. That at least. I
For
don't know
us,
about the
Orbeez
rest.
was like a girl thing for sure. Yeah. When Orbeez was like at its peak in my life, I remember I was so obsessed with them, but it was fun. I got too much Orbeez at the point where I was like, I don't need that much Orbeez. I can't treat them with my friends anymore. So I started like throwing them down the window. I used to live in this apartment building, and like the window in my room leads, like it goes straight down to like the swimming pool downstairs. And there would always be people swimming, and I would throw Orbeez at people. Obviously, like when they look up, they couldn't see me because it's like very bright, and I would dug and they can't see me, but I would just throw Orbeez at people. And then I remember the building got complained because they're like, whoever is throwing Orbeez, stop, because we're getting like really angry people. And I was doing this to like middle-aged people or like and I could see them look up like super confused, being like, what the fuck? And then but they can't see me. And then I remember like my grandma was taking a nap on my bed, and then she woke up and she was like, what are you doing? I was like, nothing, just admiring the view out there. And she would just be like, I don't know, you feel like you're doing something sus, stop it. And then that evolved to like throwing tissues down the window. I would take like a bunch of toilet paper, wet it in the sink, and then I would throw it down there so it would splat really loud.
Oh my god.
And then it would splat on the people's faces.
Dude, you're fucked up.
This is so funny. I can't. Just imagine swimming. And this gigantic,
And you just
like,
hear black.
paper, so wet paper towel just like hits your face or your head, and you don't even know if it looks like water or if it's pee
Or like
what
bird
the
poop
fuck
or
is it?
something. That would ruin my day if I was like in the pool and I just get hit with like wet toilet paper.
Like it was just water, but they didn't know that. Thinking about it, like they did something gross.
The way my mind is thinking right now is like you would wet the toilet paper and then you would put like yellow food coloring.
Oh no.
That's if you really want it to be chaotic.
Bro, that's so bad.
That's where you draw the line?
No, I mean, there was no lie when I was younger. It was whatever I wanted to do, you know? When my little cousins would throw water balloons at people, We were like on a balcony, and we would throw water balloons at like passing neighbors.
You just keep escalating this. You went from little Orbeez to the wet to now water balloons.
No, but like this was so fun. Like I would be hanging out with my little cousins, and we would go up onto like the balcony of their house, and
Sure.
and then people would be walking to their house because it was like a neighborhood, and we would just throw like water balloons at them and just like run away, and they would hit them on their head. And then we would also do it to like the neighbor's dogs. As a kid, I would take like a bucket of water. I would take the garden hose. I would fill the bucket of water. Mind you, the bucket of water is probably as big as me. I would take it and I would tell like my cousin to help me, and I'll pour the whole bucket of water down the balcony to the dog. Like ice bucket challenge, but like no ice, but at the dog. And then one time we got in like real like trouble because the neighbor was really pissed off at us, and then we were all hiding in the shower.
We might have to cut this out just for your own safety. Speaking of animals, though, did you have to like ever raise a class pet or something?
Never.
Never.
We never had a class pet.
Like a hamster, nothing.
No.
In 3rd or 4th grade, our teacher had bought like a butterfly net thing. So she would order like the little caterpillar eggs, and we would just watch them grow.
Where do
and
you
hatch.
order them from Amazon?
I don't know.
Okay.
She got them for us.
Okay.
Yeah, they were also kind of trendy at the time. Like I would see commercials for these, right?
From butterflies?
Yeah, like you can raise your own butterfly and like release them. And that's exactly what we did, yeah. And then like the day they finally became like full-grown monarch butterflies, we went out to the schoolyard and let them go.
Really, like wholesome.
Yeah. Like the ones that survived, you know.
That's so cute.
And I don't know if I'm misremembering this or if because like TikTok has corrupted my brain,
Yeah.
but I feel like when we released them, one of them got like eaten by a pigeon.
Bro.
Yeah, but that's the one pet we had. And then in middle school, my homeroom teacher, she had a pet frog, like an albino frog. I do love frogs.
That's cute.
Yeah, but it was kind of like a Nalu if it was a frog. Like it wouldn't do anything. It would just like be in a corner, just like. And then it would be really funny when it would just like release and just let itself float all the way up, like motionless.
Like
it
on
would
the
just be like
water?
this. It'd be like
Well, because
and ascend.
it's living its life.
No thoughts, just frog.
I went to like an aquarium in Canada in Vancouver, and I saw these little frogs that were like as tiny as like tip of my finger, and they're so cute.
I had a frog like that, a pet frog, my own.
Frog?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Wait, what did it look like?
It was like this little, really tiny frog, and it was like as pink as like, I don't know, like really like a baby pink or something, right? Really tiny, little black eyes.
You name it?
I did name it. I don't remember what I called it. Probably something stupid like Hoppy or
Did you
Froggy.
take good care of it, or you?
I took good care of it. It died. It died because one day.
He was defensive.
No, listen. I was spending like the night at my dad's place.
Oh, you fucked up.
I didn't fuck up. No. So my mom was left to take care of it.
Yeah.
And there was like a storm that night, and
Mom
then
fucked up.
maybe she did. Maybe she lied to me because for me the story is truth. But I came back home the next day and I look at the little cage. No, the cage is not there, and I'm like, Mom, like where's Froggy, right? And she's like, oh, so bad news. Like you know that storm last night? I was like, yeah. She said, oh well, he got like really like scared and like he died.
No, your mom's lying.
You know, now that I'm saying this story, I think she is lying.
Your mom is lying. She killed the frog accidentally or something, and she was trying to use something to cover it up.
I was like, what do you mean? She was like, yeah, I guess all the thunder, like it scared it to death or something.
Your mom gaslit the fuck out of you.
She really did. And it was a lot better than my dad's story with the turtle I also had.
Damn, both your parents like
I know, right?
out to get your little pets.
Right? This time I think I went like overseas with my mom for like a bit. I had to leave my turtle with my dad. I should have known it was in bad hands as soon as I gave it to him, because as soon as I like dropped the turtle off to my dad, he put it on top of the fridge. He put it on top of the fridge.
What the fuck?
Maybe that's where I get my fridge shit. Like that's what I do
He always
now.
puts the cats in the fridge, but that's just like,
In the fridge? That's you. That's you.
on the fridge.
Oh, I just put like mail and shit. But anyways, he put it on top of the fridge.
Wait, for what reason? He forgot about it?
He's like, oh, I guess this is where it's going. You know, like I don't want it in my room or anything.
That's great.
So he put it on top of the fridge.
Okay.
That's the last time I saw it alive. And then they come back. My dad picks me up from the airport, and he's like, oh, by the way, so your turtle, it ran away.
Oh my god.
It ran away.
Both your parents are lying to you.
At that moment, I knew that's not true.
Ran away is so like low effort too. Like,
Bro.
Think of something more creative.
It's a turtle. It's this big. It's a turtle in a cage on top of the fridge. You're telling me that thing ran away? Oh my God. Just say you forgot to feed it and buy me a new one. Like,
my parents cared about pets. I remember when I was a little kid, we'd have a fish tank with like goldfish in it. And my mom would be so emotionally attached to these goldfish because we would get like the special ones. And let's say the goldfish was like particularly like fat and chunky and like it was like all black. So it was really cool and like rare, like a rare Pokemon. And she would love that shit. Like she would feed extra food to that fish and like make sure to like change the water and everything. And I remember when the fish died, like she was so sad about it. Like she was like praying to the angel, like I hope it like goes to heaven. And I'm just like, we also had little crabs and we had little like turtles too.
how did your mom dispose of the fish?
She just flushed it down the toilet.
Oh, it's got how it goes.
I mean, how else would you dispose it?
Well,
You throw it down the window to the swimming pool.
Well, if you're like me and like a fish was like your first pet, I think the first goldfish I ever had when it died, Goldie. So original, right?
Yeah.
Goldie, when it died, I was like really sad. And my mom was like, well, that's just how nature be. Time to flush him. I was like, no, we can't flush it. Like, we have to freeze it. We have to like preserve him, right?
Why? In the freezer?
Because in case in the future there was like a way to bring it back or something.
Like fish stew.
No, I don't eat fish. In my mind, I was like, no, we have to preserve him. Like, maybe we can save him in the future. We can bring him back.
You actually put it in the fucking freezer?
Oh, she did. Goldie was in my freezer for like a whole year. Maybe two. No, Goldie was in there for like 3 years.
Kind of giving serial killer.
It's, well, it doesn't take up much space. It's like this big, right? But still.
I should take the cats away from you.
One day I opened the freezer for whatever reason, and the bag that had Goldie for all these years was gone. I'm like, where'd it
Your
go?
mom was like, it ran away.
She's like, I cleaned the fridge.
The storm, remember?
It ran away. It got spooked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess she cleaned the fridge one day, and she was like, he's not gonna want this anymore, and finally threw Goldie away. But
I would have probably done the same. I remember I had little baby crabs like this big.
Yeah.
And after it died, I like did not eat crabs for probably 3 years. Because I look at them and I'm like, I feel like I'm eating the ones that are like on my dining table as pets, and it freaked me out.
were these crabs like the same crabs you would get like at a restaurant?
No, they're more like cool. Like they had like patterns and shit.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if this is like a Korean snack or some sort of like Asian snack, but they would take these little baby crabs and they would like fry them or something so they're crunchy and people would just eat the whole thing. Like
With shell and everything?
yeah, like chips. And I saw people eat that on TikTok and I was like, holy fuck, these look like the pets that I had when I was like younger. I don't think I can ever do that. I don't think I can do that. It's freaky.
Yeah.
They also look so like alien-like. Let's just cut it out before I stop.
Let's cut it up before we expose ourselves even more.
Before I stop